Hey boat friends, cold night here in Duluth, Minnesota. This is going to be a night departure. It's an ocean-going vessel from the Netherlands called the Minervagracht. It's going to be departing here in a few minutes. Let me first get you caught up with the sneak peek of this ship, the weather, and marine traffic. And here it is. This is going to be going by us in a few minutes. I can actually hear the announcement in the background by the aerial lift bridge. Take a look at that bow. Very interesting. Also, those deck cranes, superstructure, looks super legit. Give you a shot of marine traffic. The vessel is going to be going right by us. We're here at the aerial lift bridge. It's going to go right through the harbor basin, out onto Lake Superior, fully loaded with wheat. It's at Riverland Ag. Final destination is unknown. It's going to be overseas. Let me show you the weather. 25 degrees, wind chill 12 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm telling you, after the last few days in Duluth, this feels like balmy weather, believe it or not. 23-mile-per-hour wind gusts out of the southwest. You know, I'm really glad that they decorated the Bayfield this year. Last year, they did not, and you can see the lights on the inside. Very cool touch. Very cool. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, much respect to you. Getting ready for that ship. Before I started recording, made sure to attach the blue Boat Friends beacon right on the pole. That lets you know I'm down here recording. A little bonus coverage for you. Just before we see the ship, I teleported you over to Superior Street and Lake Ave. This is the Duluth holiday tree. This is kind of like the main square. Everybody drives by. Aerial lift bridge is right in that direction. So you go across Lake Avenue and the highway. But there you go. There's a Duluth tree. A little more bonus coverage. We're going to take a look at Bentleyville's lights from the middle of the aerial lift bridge. And here we are in the middle of the lift bridge. And there's Bentleyville. I only have a few weeks to show you Bentleyville, so every chance that I get to put it in the video, I'm going to do it. There are 5 million lights, and to the people that are unfamiliar, that's a free event. You can walk through with your family and check out the lights. It's put on by the city of Duluth. It's right there along the harbor basin. You can see the ships if they're going out. 5 million total lights. Looking out at the North Pier and the South Pier. Take a look at the South Pier inner light. They got a Santa Claus that's right up there. Aerial lift bridge going up to 135 feet. Right on cue, we got some light snowflakes coming down here in Duluth. In the middle of the screen, you're going to see the lift bridge operator. They're watching those displays in there. Get a shot up here, that yellow light in the middle of the screen that lets you know there's a neutral current. So the captain really doesn't have too much to think about. Also on the right side of the screen, take a look at those flags. Give you a visual of that wind as well. Hey, quick update. Take a look at that green light for the current in the canal. It turned to green. That means there's an outbound current for the captain. Give you a shot of those communication towers that you know I love, blinking red at night. Here's a feel of the atmosphere. Not too much. I mean, it's pretty cold. A few people are walking around checking things out. See the Duluth City Skyline back there, right on the edge of Lake Superior. Right in the middle of the screen, you can see that superstructure. On the left side, the bows on the right side with a light up on the top. It has been receiving some assistance from the tug Kentucky. Cold night out here for people to be working on the deck. Let me pass along some information about this vessel. It was launched on March 24th, 2011. It was built in China. It has a max speed around 15 knots. And for those engine buffs, it has one Wärtsilä 6L46C diesel engine. Its length is 466 feet. Its width, the beam, is 62 feet. And its port of registry is the Netherlands. You can see it's making its turn right now. Look at that light right there on the bow. I think we should have some pretty good lighting as this thing goes by us. Quick shot at what's going on. Not a lot of people out here right now. That wind definitely is picking up. The vessel is straightening out. It's going to be heading under the lift bridge. Again, I have been seeing some light snowflakes come down. You'll probably see them as I keep recording this vessel. Boat friends, don't miss in the distance. There's Bentleyville. See those lights? I promise you I will get a video of that and a ship. I got a cool game plan for that, so be watching for that. And right there you can see the tug Kentucky right to the left of the ship. And we will see if we get a salute. See that green light right there? As I mentioned before, that means area lift bridge is all the way to the top. You can see that superstructure coming into view. There's that bow, almost looks like a blade that goes through the water. If you see that, you better look at that light. Look at those cranes. Really good looking superstructure. Take a look at that flying bridge with the communication equipment. See the radar spinning. Looks like a couple radars. I see some lights on and some off. Looks like an apartment building on the back there. Interesting stack there with the logo. Looking really good. See that lifeboat right there on the side of the superstructure. And to all my friends in the Netherlands, there's your flag flying proudly here in cold Duluth. Beautiful vessel, and there's the Boat Friends beacon, shining blue. It has an interesting backside of the superstructure. Again, very squared off. Bright lights, even on the backside. There's another lifeboat that is right there on the starboard side of the vessel. You can see it propped down. Looking fantastic, going through the cold, cold water in the Duluth ship canal. Pleasure seeing this for the first time. I hope to see it again. Sitting low, as you can see. And what'd you think of this one, boat friends? If you enjoyed this ship and this video, please hit that like button. Other people that are interested in the ships like you and I will find this channel. Also, I'm out here live streaming these ships. So make sure that you subscribe, and you'll be able to watch me through the winter season when the ships have the ice and the snow on them. But again, boat friends, really appreciate you watching these videos. I'll be out here with the next vessel. If you're interested in additional videos, here's a few to choose from.